So how long will the wildfire smoke last, and what does it mean to you? And might we see it again this summer? ABC 27 meteorologist Dan Tomaso has all the answers.
Over the past few years, wildfire smoke has become more and more of a commonplace in our summertime forecasts. And you may say, why has that been? Well, we're going to start out with a map of wildfire smoke that it's active. And it's coming from these active fires over parts of Ontario in this case. And there is a lot of acres of land dealing with fire activity. And unfortunately, we are right in the downsloping path of this air reaching us thanks to the jet stream. And we can see that jet stream pattern as we look ahead into Friday and Saturday. So unfortunately, this northwest flow continues, but so too do the fires, and the way they're handled in Canada is slightly different than the way we handle wildfires here in central Pennsylvania in the United States.
There's a practice in Canada that when a fire starts burning, they monitor critical assets. They let the fire burn as long as they feel like that fire is not going to risk those identified critical assets. As a consequence, they're letting a lot burn. And the amount of air emissions that cause negative impacts to human health and the environment is something that we here in our country are greatly concerned about.
The most unfortunate part about the wildfire smoke is obviously the health impact. Sure, it dims the sunlight, but we are now in territory where it is unhealthy for most people to deal with this smoke. And the worst of the conditions will be here through Saturday until we get some rain. Now, what does this mean? Just limiting any time outdoors, no matter how healthy of a person you are. And again, limiting that time, even if you're having to work outside, taking breaks, trying to get in some fresh air, some air conditioning, that all helps. We do have a code red alert for air quality thanks to the smoke. So overall, what does this mean, and can we see it again here this summer?
And at times like we're experiencing now, a lot of times this just impacts people with respiratory issues or asthma. But what we're finding now is that even the healthiest of us are really impacted by this air quality. We're likely going to see more of these hot, dry, and at times windy conditions. So this may not be the last round of wildfire smoke that we experience this year. And we just generally know that it's increasing, especially for the upper Midwest to the northeastern U.S., more and more as we go through the summers.
Again, there is some good news for the end of this story that we are talking about some relief in terms of the smoke. We'll see it move in and out as we head into Friday and Saturday's forecast. The good news for Saturday is we do have some rain and a front moving through, so the change in air mass will help the situation. However, this, as we've been talking about, may not be the last time we deal with the wildfire smoke, but at least now we know how to act and how to deal with it as it comes. From ABC 27, I'm meteorologist Dan Tomaso.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27, and we're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home, and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the home page, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps, and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.